Hello and welcome to this week's video. Things were starting to look a little chaotic around here, so I decided that we would be doing a deep clean and declutter so that I could feel fresh and ready to move on with this week, because it is annoying when I need to go and do something and there's no space. We are starting off here in the hallway area, and yes, my husband decided to get cupping done on his back and it has really been grossing me out. Okay, he looks like an octopus. Hence the little emoji on there. I don't know about you, but that kind of thing really grosses me out. Anyway, we had tons to get done. I had lots and lots and lots of garage stuff, as you can see, just sitting on top, mostly because we had been building the flow hive over the last 2 weeks, which is why my house has been feeling like hair pulling insane kind of situation. So I was like, no, let's just get rid of everything off here, because I wanted to declutter inside the hallway table, and Mama needs a good space to be able to do that, because there's a whole lifetime in those drawers, unbelievably so. So once this was all cleared off, we were able to start on drawer 1, which I call the crap drawer. Yes, normally that would be in the kitchen, but for us this is in the hallway. I have a pile of coins, probably only amasses to like $5 or $10 there, but no, we keep it just in case. And then, the Uno cards. I really thought I was going to throw out all those Uno cards because I didn't think I had lots. But turns out, honey, don't worry. You can come over for a game or two. I have a whole set in there. I don't know why. I have been meaning to make an actual game spot because it seems like they are dotted around my house with no rhyme or reason. So maybe at some point in one of my organizing videos, we'll get that done together. Tell me what you do for your stuff, because I feel like I have no idea how to do it. We don't really play a lot of games, so we don't need access to it, but there's always the occasion when you need to pull out Uno or cards or whatever, so tell me what you do. Moving on from that, we had an absolutely wonderful time sorting out all these coins, okay? I literally did not realize we had this many underneath our actual coin collection that you just saw. So my daughter had a great time just sitting there and putting them in like one of those, those money tins. They're so common in Australia, like with the different notes and whatever. Anyway, we gave them and my daughter was having a great time just working on her fine motor skills. And Mama had a fun time just sorting out foreign coins to Australian coins, because apparently we've also been hoarding onto all of them. We have Japanese coins, we had New Zealand coins, we had American coins. A lot of American coins. I haven't been there in like 10 years, darling. Anyway, I was just showing you the different back of the coins of our queen. We had young, we had middle-aged, and then we have elderly. So I do remember a lot of the younger ones. See, that's the 60s or so. That was like 2000s, and then that was the most recent, like 2020s. I should say, when I'm talking about the young Queen Elizabeth, I wasn't obviously around in the 60s. It's just that when we were in primary school and we were working the most with money and learning how to do that, it was all probably early 2000s, so it just meant we were obviously using the older currency, and I feel like seeing 1960 coins were so common back then, whereas now I'm like, wow, it is quite a rarity to see something that old. So anyway, I do keep a couple of them because I think it's fun to have some memorabilia.
Something on my mind, finally not afraid to say it. I know it took some time, used to read it in a press release what I was going through, but I got stories too. The fear of being last, like everybody knows when you don't. If every feeling passed, then why am I still stuck with this one? I should see it through and change my point of view. I try to catch it when the moment's over. I try to fill up though it's pouring over, 'cause I have reached a point where nothing matters, and I'm signing up this open letter. I go down in blue, and that will be on you. Now what is going on? The answers are right here reflected.
Okay, guys, we're not going to judge too hard on this drawer because it is our everyday drawer, which means it is the most chaotic. And that perfume that you saw me just pick up at the very start is supposedly pheromone infused, and my husband bought it off TikTok. Excuse the dog in the background. Bought it off TikTok for like $30 or something. So I'm like, I highly doubt the claims there, but I smelt it, and look, I'm going to give you the tea, darling. I really will. I didn't quite enjoy the scent. Like, the smell of the actual perfume, it's like a little bit stale, a little bit musky, and I don't know whether that's the pheromones, but also like I'm like, do am I attracted to this? What I should say is, am I supposed to be attracted to this? Because, honey, oh, it was not attractive. I actually preferred his other perfume more than that one, but also it's like a mind game. I'm thinking, am I having backwards thoughts about this because I know that it's infused with pheromones? Like, is my mind like, no, you're not attracted to this even though you are? Who knows? We'll never know the real tea. Okay, anyway, let's move on from the pheromone perfume. I think we've had enough of that. This whole drawer just never seems to work out for me. This basket in here just overflows, and I feel like we just throw every little piece of crap or anything. We're like, oh, yes, we'll keep it, we'll put it away, and then like 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, a year later, honey, it's still sitting in the basket, okay? Like, look at all this. I just dumped it in the garbage bin. Like, what was I supposed to do with all of that crap? Who honestly knows? As I was telling you, honey, this is the everyday drawer, so that means all the stuff that my husband brings home from work. The gastro stop, the far out. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna leave that one in because I think it's funny. But anyway, the Ondensitron and the Panadol and even like all these little patches, and it all just ends up here. And I'm like, yeah, I'll put it in our medical box. We have like this cute little like first aid box that I got. And yeah, no, that's overflowing, isn't it? So we just have so much. And this dumb gin bottle that's been sitting in this drawer for so long, okay? Because I'm like, oh, it's big. I'll just put it in with the other alcohol eventually. No, it's just the little cracker that's been on the outside. So, anyway, what am I going to do? Like, that's one sip. I don't even think my husband will drink that. I certainly don't drink alcohol, so I ain't going to be touching it. Is there any recipes that use gin? I feel like there's a lot that use alcohol, like wine, sometimes beer. Is it beer that they use in slow cooking? Or lager? Anyway, that kind of thing. So one day I'll get rid of it, but as my motto goes, today ain't that day, honey. So we'll shove it in a box and just pretend it doesn't exist. So towards the end of the drawer, I started to realize we have so many time zone and iPlay cards, and I wonder how many tickets are actually just sitting on that unclaimed, waiting for us to use. So anyway, I'm pretty sure I just threw most of them out. Excuse the floral situation we've got going on here. I just realized so much of this was doxing myself. So I was like, let's just quickly cover all of that up, and look how good the drawer looks empty. So I did use my fantastic new Dyson head, the hair tool, or the upholstery tool as I like to call it. And when I tell you, baby, she works so dang good. Like, even with the other one, because I just tested it out to see whether it would make any difference or if it's actually just, a gimmick. I tried it out, fantastic. Like, just one pass on the normal setting, not even like the power setting or the max setting. Look at this. I'm using the little crevice tool. Sucks. Absolutely sucks. So I recommend getting the upholstery tool because it cleared it out, okay? 100% worth the coin. Anyway, so I think, did I tell you that I wanted to redo this drawer situation? And maybe I'm going to put in like a cutlery. I saw a really cute one and I should have gotten it, a rattan cutlery organizer. And it was just like a small one that would have fit in this drawer perfectly. And I feel like it had like 5 or 6 different rectangle shapes, obviously for your cutlery and whatnot. But it would work great for my husband's hoarding obsession of pens, our keys, the Panadol. The Panadol has to stay in the drawer, okay? We are the queen and king of headaches. So that's got to be on hand, okay? And I just feel like it would make things more organized and hopefully keep it more organized. I do apologize for the editing. I just realized that a lot of this could have been cut out and it could have been a lot shorter. Just there's a lot of gaps and whatnot. Anyway, I was just showing you the difference in passports because I have an older passport. My kids have a newer one. It's actually a lot nicer than the newer passport. It's expensive as what? I don't know. Anyway, I think we have one of the most expensive passports in the world. $400. Yeah, I know. Slightly off topic, okay? Let's bring it back. Anyway, this particular drawer seems to be our hardware drawer. And honestly, I'm so glad that we're cleaning it out because I have found multiple hammers because each time I do a project where I need a hammer, I can never find one, so I end up buying one. I know, crazy, ridiculously stupid. I get it. But yeah, cleaning out this drawer and finding some have been great because we're gonna go and put that away properly, darling. Like actually, and then just busting out that same tool. I cannot rave enough about it. I have found since starting these cleaning videos that I have been buying stuff they probably would never have bought before making these videos just because you don't need all these extra little gizmos and gadgets. I just do it because, I like to show different products, I like to show different things, use different things to clean, like the nitty gritty stuff. Like I'm looking at my tracks along every room where we have anything that rolls like a door or a mirrored door, whatever. And I'm like, okay, they need to clean. And there's a few implements that I want to get from Bunnings, which aren't necessary, but will make my life easier. So it's give and take. You don't need to buy this crap. I just like to show you stuff. Anyways, as I was saying earlier, we were building the flow hive inside the house and she was consuming much of our space and we don't have a lot in our living room. So I was like, we need to get her out. We need to get the painting process started so I can actually get these bees going because girl, it is finally warming up here in Sydney and I'm so glad. Like I am ready to start the spring summer journey. It's finally warm enough that I don't have to freeze my booty off at night. Like what? I don't need a personal heater. I don't need 10 layers. I don't even need fuzzy socks just to stay warm, okay? So yeah, it's finally getting there, but I need to get everything going. So I finally started painting my flow hive. And look, I'll be real, it's only the first coat, darling, okay? Because the hubby came past. Look at me being a free mum, by the way, just letting my kid ride her bike in the middle of the house. I'm just like, whatever. It doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, hubby came past, saw the first coat, and was like, you aren't done, right? Like, this is the worst paint job I've ever seen. And I won't lie, the first layer was very horrific. It was patchy. My baby girl had a little go at painting it when we weren't paying attention. So I had to kind of work that in. There's a few little lumps here and there that doesn't look so good between you and me. But yeah, so I've got second and third layer. Third layer for one piece of it and then second layer for the rest of it. But she is finally coming together, okay? Like, I have been taking my time, I've been sanding the layers in between to make it really smooth, if possible, still. So, normally I'm the kind of girl that just rushes right ahead. I'm like, apply thick coats and just hope it looks good. But I've been trying to take my time since I'm gonna have to stare at this for a while. And then, yeah, I think I've decided I'm gonna get there's two types of bees you can get. There's packaged bees, which is basically just you get a box of bees, that's it, and a queen, I think. And then you can buy what are called nucs or nukes, and those are basically frames of already established bees. So they've got the comb, they've got a queen that's already doing her business, ruling the world. She's had a little go with boy bees, and yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that. It is more expensive and you don't get as many bees, but it's established, so you got a higher success rate. And since basically this is my first time having a go at bees, my first lot of bees, I'm thinking I'm gonna take the more expensive route and just fingers crossed, hope for the best. Hope that I've got enough flowers out there. Hope that they like where they live and just hope that they don't want to move out. So I'm going to do that. I actually have to register to become a beekeeper. in New South Wales, I think it's $60 or so to be registered, even just as a home beekeeper. So there's little charges there I didn't know about. So I am excited.
I might go too fast. I don't care about those limits, 'cause I want this to last like nothing ever lasts before. I might go too fast. But suddenly I feel so rich. No, I don't know nothing. Oh, I can't let this slip. No, I gotta seize the moment. Have you even noticed? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Don't wanna go fast, 'cause I know that people get scared sometimes. Hope it's not this time, 'cause I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich. No, I don't know nothing. Oh, I can't let this slip. No, I gotta seize the moment. Have you even noticed? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I know we just met, but it feels like I know you. We love the same things. You want a house in Malibu. Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you thinking about me? Are you thinking about me? I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So are you thinking about me? 'Cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Cause I've been thinking about you.
Well, welcome to my kitchen. If you don't know by now, it's pretty much always a disaster zone. Unfortunately for me and for us, really, we are blessed with a ton of bench space, okay? We are so lucky to have said bench space, it gives us plenty of room to cook, even though we're not the biggest cooks. But with that comes a lot of mess. So, we dump things, obviously, groceries go down, little piles of rubbish go down, stacking dishes, yada yada. Normally, a couple of bags of things that contain stuff that my dog would try and eat out of the bin if we didn't keep it out of his height. So, always a bit of a mess going on. But this is the cleaning solution that I'm going to use this time around. I actually forgot I had this eco store stuff and I quite like it. I don't follow the instructions. It says to make that basically in one 500 ml bottle. I half it and it's still fantastic. Like still works the same, you can definitely do that and get 2 lots. I think it's about $5 worth, $4 worth. So I do that just to save some coin, make a little bit thinner solution. Don't always have to follow the box. I actually think I talked to you about what I was going to grow this season for the bees. So these are all the flowers. A lot is pollinator friendly. As you can see, we've got some Australian natives, we've got some regular flowers. That's all hopefully going to go in the garden. Get these bees comfortable, babes. Anyway, I know I'm banging on about the bees. We'll stop. But yeah, so this is the kitchen at the moment. Rubbish bin is on the bench. I know it's a little bit grotesque. I probably should have used my antibac spray down on the bench after, but I forget that I have it. I always forget that I have it. So anyway, I just ended up wiping it down, but it just had, I think there was some chicken, what is it called? Chicken bones? No, chicken wings, whatever, that my dog absolutely would have had to go for. So, we obviously don't want that lodged in the throat. So we just put it up, and then I got my hubby to take it out. Obviously when I was filming this bit, just because, I don't want to take it out at night, okay? That ain't for me. So anyway, excuse the halo light situation going on. I didn't realize you could still see it in the frame. I was just trying to add some light because at night it's not the greatest lighting in here. During the day, fantastic. That huge window comes into play, darling, and I know you can hear my dog. I'm so sorry. Tonight he is just like, let's be as loud as possible. So yeah, anyway, I've been using that lighting situation just so I'm able to film at night because I'm trying to work out my routine with my kids. I think I was saying that last week. So I think if I just do some at night time, it'll make me feel a little bit happy about how much time I get to spend during the day with my kids. Even though I'm cleaning and I'm like around them a lot, I just want more one-on-one time, and so I'm going to do that. And obviously, once the sun starts to set later in summer, wouldn't be a problem because the kids will be up later and whatnot. Anyway, we moved on to the drawers because I was like, we need to clean this out and we need to declutter because these things are getting wild. Like, I still had teeny tiny little baby spoons in here that my kids don't even use. So up here in this first drawer, didn't get rid of a lot. It was mostly just cleaning out actually underneath the cutlery because the food drops down on it, gets a little bit gross and grotty over time. So I don't think I actually decluttered anything besides a few plastic baby spoons, as I was saying. And just that was about it. I just wiped it down, honestly. But I am in very much need. Did that make any sense? I am in need of some complete sets of cutlery, okay? I have like a black set and I have 2 mixed silver sets. So I need to actually just try and get a complete set at some point, but that's not high on the list. Anyway, we're moving on to the next part, but I realized that you could see the top of the bench of where I'd dumped stuff and just like put the crumbs and whatever. So I was like, let's give that a quick clean. But we moved on to the side of this particular drawer, and it's mostly just like bread clips, chip clips, straws. Nothing amazing. I just really had to tidy it up. I feel like I'm saying this was a declutter, but I didn't get rid of much. The second drawer down, as you can see, holy moly, darling, she is a mess. She was pretty much the catalyst for this whole declutter and deep clean video. So this particular utensil drawer, kitchen drawer organizer is fantastic. She's huge, right? Lots of compartments, but it only works if I actually keep it organized. I've also thought about making this more aesthetically pleasing because I've seen some people that have these beautiful silicone utensils and whatnot and make it all like color coordinated, make it look cute. I just can't bring myself to do it. Like, some of my stuff has had it, right? Like, it really should just move on to the bin. Like, some of our tongs, bless their heart, are working long beyond their use by date. They're all like melted at the bottom and just, like falling apart. But we keep them. We don't throw them out. So I just stopped for a little late night snacky poo because I'm like, what is going on with me? Like, why can I not string a sentence together? I'm like getting flustered, darling. Maybe incoherent is a better word, but Anyway, had a little late night protein yogurt, feeling a lot better. I feel like I can actually string a few words together. But this bottom drawer is something I've been meaning to tackle, like the amount of things we have in here. We have so many different types of plastic plates, and I'm really trying to move on from the IKEA um, plastic plates and move to these melamine plates from Big W. They are a little bit more pricier than, say, your packet of kids plates from IKEA, but they look nicer and they're actually bigger than the other ones. Like the bowls are just too small now for our kids. They're like cereal, but I'm filling it up like 2 or 3 times with cereal. And because I only half fill the bowl as well, because, tipping problems there, we are like, just, it's not the most ergonomic situation. So, yeah, we're trying to move forward to the melamine plates and just make it easier on ourselves. And the kids are eating bigger portions now that they're a lot older. I've noticed our grocery bill went up recently. And yes, I got up on the bench and I was like, we will tackle this fly graveyard situation that I've been avoiding. Wipe down the windows, they look great. Sometimes I like see something, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a bit grubby. And then when I actually clean it, I'm like, oh my god, how long have I been looking at that and just not thought to clean it? Oh, anyway, and then I moved down to the bottom and I decided that for some reason, even though I wasn't going to mop the actual kitchen floor tonight, or that night, I should say, I was going to use my cute little crevice tool and vacuum around the whole edge and then just, I don't know, clean up all the edges. Sometimes I'm like, mopping's great and it makes the whole floor look clean, but when you get up close to the edges, it looks a little nasty, okay? Like it pushes it into the edge. So I was like, today's the day. We're gonna get in there with a little wipe and clean it up. And then you start to wipe one spot, and as you can see, I'm like wiping the tiles. I'm like, girl, we'll just buzz out the mop. We're not gonna sit there with one little pathetic wipe and do the entire floor. So we put an end to that real quick, but then we moved on to another deep cleaning thing I've had on my list is this painter's special. Yes, whoever painted our kitchen, man, they did not do a great job because they got it all over our cupboards, all over the window, it got on our microwave. The painter just, he decided he'd have a wonderful time decorating everything. It did end up on the side of the cupboard, and I just don't know. I have happily glazed over it for the last, how many years has it been? Since the Great Fire of what, 2021? Yes, ma'am, it's been a few years. So we've just left it, and then I was like, nah, tonight's the night, let's clean it up. And actually, she did do a good job. It made a difference, didn't it? So anyway, we moved on to the last decluttering section of this video, which was my bathroom. I needed to fix the drawer, so I had called hubby in just to help me with that because that was something that was bothering me. The drawer would just like fall out half the time when I would open it, so it was like on a no opening list. Anyway, I worked on this. We have just a ton of crap, honestly. Like, I'm like, why did I not just throw this out to begin with? But alas, here we are, an amalgamation of mostly my stuff in here and some bathroom stuff. I have this candle. If you actually go back and look at my desk tours from like 2000 and I don't know, 14, 15, I have had that candle for so long. Not that specific one, obviously. I actually got that on a recent trip. But that scented candle for how many years, I honestly don't know. But it smells incredible. And if you ever get your hands on it, buy it, okay? And the prices actually stayed pretty much the same, which I'm surprised. But yes, the desk tours are a blast from the past, and yeah, you can go and check them out. I'm sure at some point I will private them, so enjoy it while you can. And then, yeah, I just wiped down everything because it's a little bit nasty. And then we just restocked it. I basically was like, let's just keep it bare minimum. So we've got the toilet blocks in there, which I forgot that I had. I keep buying them, as you can see. I'm like stack after stack. And then I'm just like, never use it. This is another candle I picked up from the same place called Peterson's. It's actually broken, so I need to transfer the innards of it. But it's so cute in the like reused wine bottle situation. So it's French vanilla and it is, oh, delicious. I have stopped myself from burning it because it smells so good. And then Anyway, just wanted to sort out the lady products. I don't know, why couldn't I just say pads and tampons, honestly? It's like we're back in 2000s and they're using the blue gel instead of like red liquid. If you know, you know. Anyway, I was like, let's just make this cute and look more organized. So we just got all of it sort of clumped together in these little bamboo organizers. I think you can still get them from Kmart. They're only a couple dollars, but I had previously had them in the other bathroom before I chose to move to the acrylic ones, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to use these for. Anyway, I decided to just stock everything in there, and it just looks so much nicer. Like, what? I can have a cutie little supply for the worst time of the month. Anyway, I feel so much better that it's all organized, and yeah, I feel like it's not just gonna be flung around. I'm like not scrounging around for anything when I need one at the most important time. So anyway, feel better about that. I'm so sorry about the editing. There's so much I could have just deleted, but I can't do it now because I have little add-ons like the stickers and the adjustments to lighting, and I haven't worked out how to lock it so that it doesn't actually move from that spot, because if I cut a clip out then everything shifts and it doesn't stay in the right spot. So a little bit more working that out from me.
Look at my heart, it's out of the dark. You know it's true, you know it's true. I've known from the start, your state of the art. From your vintage shoes to your cool tattoos. But you're still yearning for something. You're still burning and wanting out of the fray into the day of eternity. Only you and me. We both walked away from nothing to say. Where our hope's been used, nobody sees the truth. Of course we're yearning for something. Yeah, we're still burning and wanting. When this battle is over, and we're not very much older, but jaded indeed. We've got skeleton keys. When the darkness is over, and your heart's getting closer, closer to me, will you start to believe? Will you start to believe that it's real?
So because I didn't want to end on the declutter videos, I decided to move that forward, even though it was filmed on a different day compared to the rest of this stuff. But anyway, I thought it would just be nice so we could have a little chat while I put my washing away. I truly tried to make this video shorter. I was like, 40 minutes is getting too long, Victoria. You're working too hard for these videos. Like, you don't have to make it that much. But anyway, it still ended up being like 35 minutes, even though I feel like we hardly got anything done. I thought it would just be nice to switch it up from the whole house cleans, darling. Take a little break. Your girl has gotten back onto her TikTok for the cleaning one. I'll link that down in the description. Somehow I managed to remember what it was, because I'm like, I have all these fun shorts that I've filmed that I haven't just put on my cleaning TikTok anyway. So we're back again and we can start to do that again, and you can see more content over there. If the cleaning girlies on TikTok have made me want to get more creative with my shorts. So we're going to try and implement that hopefully in the next lot of shorts. I'm going to try and bank some up so I have lots and lots, because I've been slacking a little bit. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. We never know with me, honestly.